Everybody glad that I figured that out?
One thing.
I figured it out.
I had a feeling you would do that, Morgan.
Too much power.
God,
Too much power
that was-
for one man.
Too much
For the record, anybody could do that. All you got to do is hit that unmute button.
Yeah, all you gotta do is unmute your microphone and we can talk over it.
Oh,
All we got to do is find the Simpsons line. This here comes two.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
the
yes.
Simpson.
I mean, so I can make my own countdown thing and put it in here. This is just the one they give me.
Counts down from 69.
Yeah, so we'll fix that later. What is happening?
playing the flute?
We had a very short amount of time to find something silly to come on live too.
Yeah,
So it's a guitar and a flute. I can't wait to see what nonsense we use this new function for. So last time around, you guys had settled back into break and decided where your next journey will be to. First, you were going to recruit the priest Krem, one of the prophesized individuals, into your group, kind of let him know what's happening. JP, stop JPing out there. Kind of come together, make that happen. And from there, you were going to head to the Lost City of Glass. The problem is that once you confronted Krem and attempted to explain to him what was going on and what help you needed, you got a little sidetracked upon realizing that he was an ancient dragon. Quite possibly the most ancient dragon. Upon using some true sight, finding this out, you confronted him. He was able to notice that you were using true sight and requested to go with you all outside the city and onto the Tony Hawk to have a conversation. He revealed himself to be Orias, one of the 4 binders of legend, the people who took down the chaoses or did something with the elemental chaoses. You're still not 100% sure on the details, but caused the chaoses to lose their physical form and become the natural world that you know it now. Joining Orias in this process was, of course, the Queen of Air and Darkness, your ever-present friend Titania, and the Raven Queen herself. Orias let you know that he is very aware of the prophecy, as he is both one of the prophesized individuals and the only one that has not changed, as he cannot die, due to a variety of deals and brokerages that were done to elevate the Raven Queen to her godly status. He has agreed to help you. He has also laid out a little bit of what will happen once you do bring all the individuals together. Basically, their consciousnesses will form a mass of some kind that has to be directed by the strongest will there. He is unsure whether having the 6 of you kind of putting one will forward and one thought forward, if that will kind of trump whatever is happening, but it's hard to know. He also let you know that it's never happened before. Well, it happened once. Which was a very long time ago, but has not been very clear about what happens from there. You've all decided to spend a little bit more time in break before heading for the Lost City of Glass, get to know your new dragon friend a little bit more. I will say Orias is technically they, them pronouns, so if you are referring to Orias, please use they, them. And they also still go by Krem, so okay. You can use that interchangeably, totally fine.
Kind of makes sense to use that name in break, like if we're having a conversation with them when other people are around.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, it's just a nickname, you know.
Yeah. So,
my friends call me Orias.
Yes. So picking up from where we last left off, I had said that all of you, for the most part, for one reason or another, probably want to have a one-on-one conversation with this guy, or this dragon. But there's a couple of things that you guys wanted to do in break and Jerselheim kind of as well. So we're now going to pick up as well into the break time. We're going to start with Sai, since you reached out yesterday and kind of let me know what you wanted to do. So first off, make your smithing check and then make your arcana check.
Yes. Okay.
Gary, just in general, how long is this break before we end up
However long you want.
Okay, I didn't know if we had like a specific number of days or anything.
No, we can figure that out.
Couple of miles across.
Okay.
Sorry, my thing's being slow.
Yeah.
And it's my strength modifier?
So yeah, strength plus proficiency, and then your arcana.
What is our So our proficiency's 5 now. That's cool.
It is.
Okay, so it's the smithing roll is a 23.
Okay, so based on the DC 10 that I gave you yesterday, you're able to make 25 of these things at high quality.
Jesus. Okay. The Arcana is just straight Arcana roll.
Yeah, just a straight Arcana roll. You have the materials.
Non-natural 20.
Nice. So we'll say it's a +2 enchantment on those. So that'll be +2 to hit, and then 2d6 force.
Plus actual dagger damage, or just
so it'll be the 1d4 +2, and then the 2d6 force.
okay. So after
do you want to explain what you did?
Well, I will, but I'll role play it out. So I spent a little time in the forge, just kind of tinkering around with something, and then at one point I go find Nyx, and I'd be like, "Hey, so I've been working on something, and I kind of want your help testing it out. You mind giving me a hand?"
Sure. What kind of something?
So when we were in the, I guess, the town that we were in, and a couple times before, I've known you haven't wanted to throw daggers at things that you were not sure if you'd be able to recover them after. So I wanted to kind of give you an option that you wouldn't have to risk losing a dagger over. And so I made some things.
What?
And I'll open up the demi-plane and step through. And
Okay.
you'll understand after I use them. And if you come with me, you'll see it's now formed like a training ground with a bunch of like straw dummies with like targets painted on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pull out like a bandolier of throwing daggers.
So
And
they're completely metal daggers with a little bit of leather wrapped around a kind of they look like kunai almost, just without the like round bit at the end.
Ring, yeah.
They're very well balanced as well.
Yeah. So I'll hand her one and say, "This is a one-use thing. In theory, you should be able to throw it at a target. It hits them, and then a spell releases, which the spell's way too strong for the metal, so it'll break after being expended. But you don't have to worry about like wasting and losing something that's precious. So if you want to give it a try on one of the dummies, you're more than welcome to."
How many do I have?
25.
There's 25 here. I was thinking to give a couple to everybody, but you should have the most.
Okay.
I'm forfeiting mine. I'll kill someone.
That's fair.
Marleman and Trev.
It's just a bad idea.
We'll talk about this in a minute. But you both have a thing that go with these daggers as well.
Oh,
So
Okay.
next, do you want to take a swing with it?
Well, will it break?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can always make more.
Okay. All right, then I'll. Oh, we
the
didn't-
sample. The first one's always free.
Oh my god.
So, for the purposes of your character sheet, these are daggers of force.
Uh,
Dude,
Well,
force.
Well, depending on what happens when they hit the target,
Oh boy.
I might name them something different.
let me put it here. So they're daggers. Whoops. Daggers. Of course.
To hit is just your proficiency in dex, just your normal stuff.
Well, you said +2, right?
+2 to damage.
Oh, okay.
Proficiency. And dex. Okay.
And then damage is 1d4 plus dex plus 2.
which I'm guessing is already stupid high.
Yes.
And then also 2d6.
Also 2d6.
2d6.
And that's force damage, so that's magical
That's a
damage.
separate, but
Yeah.
and then 2d6.
It also makes it a magic weapon, technically.
It is technically a magic weapon.
You can throw in there for ghosts.
I'll put that in a little nicer.
Yes, you can hit ghosts with these.
Why isn't it showing me my 2? Whatever. I'll put that in nicer later, but
So go ahead and throw one at a dummy. Please roll a natural 1.
Poke Sai in the butt. Poke
Spikes it at the feet.
Yeah, just
oh
Not-
my god!
Oh
Did
no.
you really?
Card.
Oh no.
Can I hold on?
Well, Sai, you are responsible for your own death
You
now.
can't see it. One.
No, I can see
There's
it.
only
Uh,
one way this is gonna go.
So you balance it in your hand. You balance it in your hand, and roll damage for me, please.
Oh man. Good. So nope, this is perfect.
You balance it in your hand, and like it
Go
feels
one way.
really good. Like it's a nice iron, a really balanced steel.
So mad.
And you're kind of so focused on the weight and the beauty of it in your hand that you just sort of toss it without truly looking at where it's going. You're kind of more enraptured with the dagger itself than where it's going, and all you hear is just immediate no bullet as it just Saya just catches you in the shoulder, like just
No,
kind of,
in the butt. It has
no,
to be.
no, he was
in the butt.
looking at her.
Yeah, yes, but she's that good,
No,
but also bad.
no.
Rebounds off of 4 things. hits
Yeah,
him in the
like
back.
she's gonna do like a like.
Bing, bing, bing. No,
And then
it's
hits
just
him
like
in the
fuck. Ah!
I respect Sai far too much to think that he would create a training dimension with surfaces to make that bounce possible.
Oh,
He would be ready.
fine.
Yeah.
The thing he was not ready for was for her to just throw it straight into his chest.
Oh.
You know.
Next time he'll make a safety wall. It's okay. So
Plexiglass.
the question is, what happens once the dagger hits and the spell goes off?
So we'll discuss that in a second. So what's the damage, Em?
Oh.
So, so the dex, right? That's my plus.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It's not
Plus-
save and throw, right? Like what?
No. You're just rolling damage. You're just rolling. So
I
it's
know, but it's 1d4 plus
Scroll
my
over to the
dex.
left even.
yeah. So it's your whatever your dex modifier is. So
Oh,
what's
there
your
it is.
dex?
My screen just wasn't plus
Gotcha.
5. Okay.
If he wasn't prepared for it, does she also
So,
do
And
sneak
plus
attack
2 in the dark.
damage?
No.
Aw,
So
dang.
Thanks, Heather,
So-
trying to kill me.
Oh, you wouldn't die. You'd be fine.
Yeah.
You'd probably be mortally wounded, but you'd be fine.
so it's 10 on just the dagger.
That's with the plus 2
Wait.
damage.
So
No, yeah, with the yeah. But
Yeah,
and
so-
then the force is it's just 2d6 force damage, right?
Yeah,
no,
so-
no adds to that. So it's
No.
an 8 force damage.
all right. So the dagger hurts when it hits, and you're just like, what the? And then you feel the boom as it explodes minorly in your chest, expending magical force forward. Make a strength saving throw for me.
Ooh.
Ouch.
How about that?
This is what you get.
21. I got
This
No
is the
wonder
part you
they
get for rolling
can't
high.
anymore.
So you're able to catch yourself, like you're able to get a foot behind you, but you realize that you've probably used just a touch too much opal dust in these fuckers, and the enchantment
No, I
is just a touch too strong.
No.
And
Yeah.
upon a hit, a target does have to succeed a DC 10 con save in order to not get knocked prone.
Con save or strength save?
Strength save.
Okay. So, did it make a loud sound? Like
Nope.
a explosion?
No.
Oh,
It just
okay.
the dagger itself just kind of turned to dust, but you could feel the expansion of force into your chest, trying to force you down.
Sai looks at you with just the hugest grin on his face and is like, "Damn, I'm good." Oh. And
Is
hands
he
you the
also
bandolier.
covered in
He's
like glitter from the opal dust?
no,
Sure.
there's some like blood
And
ash
blood.
there, but-
And blood and glitter.
Blood,
He's like-
steel dust, and opal dust.
he doesn't look cares at all. It's You've done it before. You'll do it again. It's
Fair.
So
he's like,
Marleman and Trev, upon seeing, Nyx sheepishly removing herself from the demiplane, but messing around with these new items, and being handed the ones that are
Can I
earmarked for you
healing
as well.
word him before I leave the demo?
Of course, go right ahead.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
You can keep talking. I just need to pull up what I rolled.
Yeah.
That's some hardcore stuff there, Sai.
And so we'll say that everybody besides Marleman and Aramil, you guys get 2 each. And Nyx, you get what would that be? 18?
20
18.
now. Oh yeah, 18. Yeah, because I'll take 2.
Yep.
So, Force
20?
Dagger?
Yeah, Dagger of Force.
I will come up with a different name for them at some point.
What did
Can I
I have
just-
18 or 20 that I just got?
You have 18.
I have 18. Okay.
Can I give Nyx mine?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to use them.
I don't know how well I'd use them, but I guess it's good to have 1 or 2 in case of emergency.
No,
The
but-
important thing is that I can throw
I
a
don't-
sword that's about 20 times as big.
Well,
That's a good
I also
point. That's a good
I also
point.
don't use weapons, so
So you get 20 of them, Nyx.
I
When
will,
making
I
these,
will
I
hang
wasn't
on
sure
to
if it was
mine
gonna be, like,
just to be
an
safe.
explosion that would cause sound or not, but
Yeah. Nope.
yeah.
That would be an evocation spell, and that would have been way more interesting.
Don't give me ideas, son.
1d4 plus
Too bad we
my
don't have an archer in the group.
sting.
Well, so that's the fun thing, is that Trev and Marleman, upon being introduced to these and kind of taking a look at them, you realize that while the blade itself doesn't, it's brand new, it's a very Psy design, very kind of rustic and militaristic and
Utilitarian.
utilitarian. You've definitely seen this enchantment before. You've definitely seen this exact thing done before. And you can't remember where or why, but you've seen this before. Trev, you would probably be Marleman, you would have seen it more, but Trev, you'd probably recognize it first, in that there was an idiot who traveled around with you guys for a little while who had a quiver full of these things. Who had a quiver full of arrows whose heads would just sort of dissolve after use.
No shit.
really,
And when you bring it up and, you mention the fact that, oh, right, Perrin bought these in Nolans. He had picked up a bag full of them in
Yeah,
Nolans so
sure.
he could shoot arrows at ghosts was
yeah,
literally what
okay.
I said.
I do remember that
That's
a little
pretty
bit.
good.
The men who arrow at ghosts.
Yep.
You mentioned that to you, it's mentioned to you, Sai, that Perrin had these, and he had a good time with them. You've never seen someone do this before. This is brand new. Like you had to kind of come up with this on your own, do the science and all that. There's really only one person you could think of who may have been able to make something like this before, and for the first time in a very long time, you have a lead on where this guy might be or where he might have been.
Oh shit! What's his name?
It is
Yeah.
Bartholomew.
Bart, yes. Son of a bitch.
I love what's his name.
Yeah, I've been.
Mr. What's
I
his
had
name
given
for
up hope on that guy.
Sweet.
So
Holy
for
shit!
the first time in a very long time, you have a lead.
Hey, friend, I'm glad that
Anybody-
me, Marleman, absolutely remembered all of this.
Mhm.
Because I'm glad to help. Trev, I'm glad you got that memory.
Oh yeah, we're really good at this.
We're real good at this.
It's awesome because lack of memory is just the most useful and effective thing. Because fuck, we don't remember anything.
I mean, it's my to be fair, it is actually my job to remember these things. So
This was years ago.
yeah, many two. That was yeah.
I hadn't planned for this today, but
you're correct.
if possible, I can find that whatever method we have of contacting Baron.
Okay.
Oh, this sounds like fun.
You could
I'll go to
steal
Holland.
that out of Marleman's bag.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
been
I would ask for his help,
No,
of
we-
course.
Yeah, I'm helping.
Like, I got
Listen,
some
I don't have much.
questions for this dude.
I had an idea for a thing I would want to do during the break, but the number one thing on the list I think is help the colleagues, help my friends.
Okay.
So let's do that. I'm in.
All right, cool.
Let's get in contact with Perrin. So I give him the thing, and we do the talk.
Okay.
I forget if it's a thing that it's just him and I can do, or can I give the device?
You can go between, basically.
We play telephone.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
So it's an even more fun game of telephone because it is Psy to Marleman to Spirit Bear to Perrin.
ooh, great.
Forgot about
Great.
that.
There's a bear in the way. So
Hello, bear.
you pick up the stone,
And I say, hello, bear.
you get a wonderful back. It is just me. What do you want? I'm sailing back to. I'm sailing back right now. What do you need?
My friend wants to talk to you.
Okay.
And then I metaphorically hand him the telephone.
Has Perrin met Sai?
So I
Yeah.
just looked at this like,
Yes.
what the fuck?
They met.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
okay.
will reintroduce myself because I met this dude like once.
And so
Uh,
it is.
And basically just be like, I've been told that you had magic arrows that you picked up in Nolans.
Oh yeah, I
do you
still have
remember-
some of those. I think.
Do you remember where you got them from and who made them for you?
Well, they were pre-made. I remember that much.
Okay.
I had just walked up to a vendor and said, "Hi, I'm a little low on magical item things. Can I get some help here?" And they just happen to have like 20 of these things just sort of sitting there. I paid way too much money for my broke ass, but yeah, they said that some guy down the road had just kind of whipped them up and had sold them to the place on the cheap, and they were gonna flip them to me.
Okay. So follow-up questions. One, have you ever heard of a guy named Bartholomew?
Not that it rings a bell, no.
Okay. In that case, the vendor in Nolans.
Yeah.
Are they still around, do you know? Or what was their name?
Can't say I've been back in that city in a long time.
I haven't been there in a very long time, but if it was Nolans, would
Marleman
historically
know?
speaking, would Marleman know where we bought this from?
Yeah, totally.
'Cause then I would absolutely relay that fact that
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
video game voice actor and voice actor in general, John St. John. That's who sold. I don't know why. That was the first thing that popped in my head. It was like John St. John. He sold these arrows. These
That's
arrows
nothing
are
right
gonna
in
kill
Marleman's
these
name.
ghosts.
You could take these arrows
I
and shove
wanna
them right up
shoot
my ghost's
ghosts.
ass.
Gonna rip off that ghost's
Marleman's
head
name.
and shove these arrows down their neck.
All I need is some beer and some arrows, and I am good to go.
I don't know who sold the arrows. Who actually did this?
Sure,
These
no,
ghostly bastards are gonna
John
pay
St.
for
John.
shooting up my ride.
His name. We call it. Ooh.
Arrow vendor and delightful, fucking general store operator in the city of Nolans, John St. John.
Fuck.
But it's spelled with like 3 J's, so it's weird.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
J-O-H-J-O-N.
John Saint, like yawn, like from,
He's from Fantasy Sweden.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes, it's not John St. John, it's Jan St. Jan.
Jan St. Jan. Good God.
All right. I have a lead.
Good
Okay. Thanks
God.
a lot, man.
I swear
Yeah, no
to God,
problem.
if Jan St. Jan
You
is
can
gay.
hang up the bear now, unless you want to talk to him.
I don't. I will. Goodbye. The stone goes cold.
So now we
That
need to
dude's
get
a
in contact with this infamous Jan St. Jan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send a courier.
You want to go on a trip? You want a road
Do you
trip?
have a
Hey, man, I got
teleportation
quivers to
circle
go for
north
days.
to Nolans?
I absolutely. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure
I
I
just have
do.
to talk to Krem first.
I've been to Nolans, I think.
I actually don't think I know that one.
Oh, right.
It's not on my list.
There's probably a tree or two near Nolans.
None of you guys, with the exception of
yeah,
of
I mean, they were-
Marleman, has been to Nolans.
Wait,
Oh,
didn't
right.
you
We
get
haven't gone
Nolans?
back there in a while.
Oh yeah, that was like pre.
That was the Perrin.
That was the
Kaluna,
beginning game.
that
Yeah.
was the Perrin Kaluna fucking ass
Well,
kicker.
I don't have.
Right.
I definitely wouldn't have had the teleportation circle then because I didn't know that skill at this time.
Nope.
So
You can fly. It's
let me
not too
find
far.
out. We can do that, or I could find out and we can do this. I would like to add that to my list of things. I'm sure I could find it somewhere.
I
There's got to be one written down somewhere in
Like
Jerselheim.
none of them are a priority compared to saving the multiverse.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. No, I'm with you too. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
mhm.
So it's okay. Don't worry about it.
You want to go back to Nolans? I will absolutely come with you.
I would like to. I actually really would like to. That would be a fun trip. That would be a good time.
All right.
It's been a minute.
I have to
We'll-
look up
we'll
whatever
talk
Craig
to
named
everybody.
those characters.
I
See
could
what's
send you
up
the Google
in the-
Doc if you want.
His name was
Do you have them still?
Crumbo
I do.
All right, perfect.
and
Yeah.
Jenkins.
I actually realized that I've been scrolling through my Google Docs to see if I still have it.
Fuck yeah.
Turns out I do.
We don't have to go now, though.
Perfect, dude.
Obviously, yeah. You
No,
definitely
yeah.
said it.
When you
We
get
don't
the
have to go
opportunity,
now.
send me those characters' names that are already there.
But wait,
Yeah.
the next time we have a moment of breathing room or whatever, if we think that we're gonna have a moment, and we'll go. I'd like to go on a trip.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe
That sounds
we
good.
could have a beach day,
Yeah. Beach episode.
beach episode, Boat
Yeah.
party beach episode.
Perfect.
You've already had Turtle Party Beach episode.
Oh wow! So
What?
Gary, this
Yeah.
this document is already shared with Gary Wilson.gar at husky.nu.edu.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh Lord! Well, that needs to be shared
Whoa.
elsewhere now.
Yeah, I got you.
Good Lord! You want to know how old that document is?
I also sure hope that email address doesn't exist anymore because I just said it out loud on the internet.
Woof.
You should check
Yes. If anyone wants my old Northeastern student email address,
Shout out to Gary Wilson the fourth, who is now there, who I just ruined the day of.
it's just completely fucked over. All right. So we'll come back to that later. And then Sai, you wanted to chat with Orias about what?
I did. So I wanted to find him and kind of have a sit down. Because I had asked him, I actually borrowed the book about deities from him before. And I
Yep.
said I wanted to talk to him more when we thought he was just Krem.
Mhm.
And to clarify something, he's both a hugely ancient, powerful dragon and an actual priest of the Raven Queen, correct?
It's more that he is a functional priest of Ioun.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
But he would probably or they would probably describe themselves as a follower of the Raven Queen, but it's a complicated situation.
Okay, but like
And in this
He has
conversation,
knowledge.
more of it
they have
can.
knowledge that I. Okay, so I'll find Krem, whether they're in the temple or not, and ask to have a conversation.
They're more than happy to kind of sit down with you.
Okay, so this is gonna be a weird lead into this, because I know that you're a follower of one or multiple deities, and I assume from everything that you know about us, you know where my power comes from, and that's readily self-evident.
Yes, I'm very familiar with the Queen's Consort. Yes.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the nature of the pact and the deals that I made?
To a certain extent, yes. I can't say that I've ever been a practitioner, so to speak, either as a patron or as a patronee. Not really sure what your kind should be referred to.
I say contractor, but
Contractor, perfect. But I'm familiar with their structure, at least.
okay. So it's very much, in my experience, dealing with incredibly powerful beings, it's never been one of worship, never been one of like devotion. It's just I work for Oberon. I don't worship.
Right.
So I don't know how. I don't know how to pray. And I guess I should lead in with something else. Are you familiar with the line of the Jarl, the true line of the Jarl?
I'm familiar. Yes.
Do you have any insight for that?
It's not my place. I am aware, at least, of the rumors and speculations that come from the true lineage of the Jarl. But I can't say that I've spent a lot of time around it.
Okay. I guess what I'm asking is there a way to contact Cord in some manner or become to some sort of communion with him and get some answers? And if so, is this a path that's worth following?
Well, I can't say I've had my own conversations, so to speak, with the unruly one. But there are always ways to speak with those beyond the divine gate if you look in the right way. It's more how they respond back that can be tricky. They can hear. It's more how they communicate.
Okay.
And it's funny that you mentioned, it's never been a position of worship. I call myself a practitioner in the name of Ioun, and my relationship with the Raven Queen is complicated. But it's never been one of worship either. It's been more of a reflection of ideals. I agree with the ideals that Ioun espouses. I agree with what the knowing mistress kind of dictates and work towards. I know this is going to sound strange coming from a dragon with one leg. I was never much of a warrior. I was once a scholar. And in my time, that pursuit of knowledge, of knowing, of understanding is what drove me to join my fellows in trying to control the chaoses, because they are uncontrollable. They're all completely, vastly outside of understanding. They do in ways that we never could, both
Right.
mortal and immortal. So it was the pursuit of understanding and of knowledge that drove me towards my fate. But Ioun's goal of knowledge, not for the sake of knowledge, but knowledge for the sake of continuation, for history, for preservation, for future knowledge. It took me a long time to understand that knowledge is not for you. You, as a person, can only know so much. But the pursuit of knowledge is so much more for the pursuit of all knowledge, the pursuit of everyone's knowledge, the pursuit of helping knowledge grow exponentially beyond yourself. That's why I chose to follow Ioun, not because I worship, but because I understand the ideals.
I see.
Now, Cord, after all, and he kind of pulls his collar a bit and looks around. And perhaps this is a rough thing to say in his very city, but Cord's ideals of might and rigor and valor and honor, they're all ideals to be followed. They're just not mine.
Completely understandable. Completely so. Especially knowing what I know of him and dragons.
It's not a pleasant history.
True.
I'm surprised you have not asked my feelings on the platinum.
I wouldn't presume.
I am old, Sai. You can ask what you need to ask. The answer is far too pompous. Far too ostentatious. But her heart goes in the right direction.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet there's like some D&D character out there, like probably one that one of you guys is going to play in the future, who, if her characters say that, would just like sword out running down the street.
What'd you fuckers say?
Yeah.
Bahamut's the one you don't fuck with. Fuck you.
Yeah. Okay.
You're muted, Morgan.
We're about to throw down.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I guess I have to really figure out, first off, if that's even a course that I want to take, which I think it is. I mean, I think
You're breaking
those
up
are
a bit.
good ideals.
Jay, you might want to plug and unplug.
Aw, Pearly.
Better or worse?
Better.
Better. Okay. I think for the people of the city, I think it's a fitting. And I think if somebody's going to be able to pull their heads out of their asses, they'll need to use that logic with them. I guess that's the other question is that something I should be pursuing, or is that something I should leave for somebody else to do?
That's a question I cannot answer for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured.
But if you want my honest opinion, I think the fact that you have chosen the path you've chosen to walk so far speaks well to your ability to keep a level head when things are more complicated than they appear. I think Break could use more people like you.
All right. Here's your book back, by the way.
Appreciate it. The library thanks you.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. We had a spider attack.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, is that why Bandit was crying?
That wasn't Bandit.
That was Sabrina.
That was Sabrina.
That was Sabrina Heather.
That was Sabrina.
I just assumed
Hold on,
it was
hold on,
the dog.
hold on. No, it literally crawled across her hand.
Oh.
It freaked her the hell out. She just goes, she just literally opened up a package of Pocky, and she's like, did it come out of the package? Did it come out of the thing? I don't know.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's a wood spider. It's a house spider. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
This
What
house
happens when you
is
buy
full
spiders
of
off the
them.
internet?
I'm cool with the house spiders. They can vibe here. I don't care, but like, don't come up. Like,
Don't worry, I hate all
6 feet, bro,
spiders.
in the middle of the
6
pandemic.
feet. Pandemic
What the
rules.
fuck?
Come on, spider.
Come on, spider.
That was perfect because
Did you wash your fucking hands today.
that was perfect, Heather. Because
Yeah.
I also like briefly thought it was Bandit, and then I was like, no, wait a second, hold on. I think that
No,
was
listen. Bandit also makes a lot of people noises. It's totally understandable. That guy walks around the house going, like.
Sorry.
Anyway, incredible.
It's very true, though.
Who would like to do their break stuff next?
I want to talk to that guy. Osiris.
The fucking the Jersey doors have not closed yet as you walk in after side. Orias is just kind of sitting there. Yeah, just like, yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Y'all high fives
Give him the
tagged
Noah
in.
high five.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys bop, and
Yep.
on in.
He kind of looks at you, Armo, and goes, Armo, I can't say I expected you today. Would you like some tea or
Hi, Osiris.
Orias?
Yes. I would love some tea, thank you.
Oh,
Airmill's like, that's what I said.
They get up and start preparing you a pot of tea.
So, from what I understand, you're a pretty old person dragon?
Oh, God.
They just sort of stop,
Oh.
look at you, and go,
Oh God. Okay.
"Yes, I am quite old."
Okay, so I'd like to turn into like a chicken or something, some type of bird, and be like this.
What are you doing?
Then I'll turn
can't.
into Armil again and be like, "Can't you change back and forth?"
In a manner of speaking, yes, but
How'd you learn that?
It's just something my kind can do. We
Oh.
we developed it over the years to better integrate into societies that were a little less accommodating to our presence.
Aramil is the boss's kid that shows up for Bring Your Kid to Work Day that just walks up to every employee and goes, "So what do you do?
What do you do?
Well, why do you do that?
Is it fun?
What? Do you have fun?" Yeah, like
my real question and why I came,
but I'm also that person, so
Yeah.
I know that my friends are coming here for very serious reasons, and me being also a very serious person.
Oh.
Do you know any cool?
stop infringing on my bit.
Do I know any cool what?
Cool animals that were older than me that I don't know?
good idea.
Maybe?
Oh, I
That's
see.
a really
love
good
this.
fucking idea.
I love
I think
Smiles.
That's surprisingly well thought out for him.
Hey,
is this the part where you straight up friends at the table invent an animal?
Kind of guy, you know, like I just don't see him future planning a lot.
Oh no, Ryan needs to create an animal now. I think that the rule is
Orias sort of
bird. No, bird.
Orias sort of stops and goes, "Well, yes, I know many species of creatures that for
giant chicken
for a variety of reasons don't
what did you call me?
don't roam here anymore.
Why not?
It's a variety of reasons. Some have migrated away. As the planet itself has shifted, their biomes have shifted. Some lived in what was formerly or what is now, I suppose, the scorched wastes, as you all phrase it. And as those are no longer tenable for much life.
Sucks.
It wasn't always that way. It wasn't always. But my favorite that you may not have interacted with is that there's an island called Crescent Hook. It's south of.
Hey,
here.
Armil is going to be like very serious now and like take out something to write this all down and be like.
There's an island called Crescent Hook. It's south of here. It's much warmer there. And I once saw, back in my younger days, a creature as large as myself. And now, granted, I was younger, but I was still an impressive form. But as large as myself, with these beautiful long wings and this slender golden body. When I asked and stopped to chat, as it turns out, they did not take well to my kind, so I was not well received. But they were gorgeous, absolutely beautiful.
What was their name?
I believe their name was Salon. She called her species Sphinx. Never been seen here.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I'll go look out for this friendo and see if maybe I can talk to him.
Certainly. For the time where she was willing to be accommodating to my presence, she was a pleasant conversation. It just didn't last long.
All right, cool.
Well,
I'll just like down the tea that I'm guessing he might have made in this.
Scorching hot, like barely steeped, scorching hot, basically just the hot tea juice at that point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna down it and be like, okay, thanks. See you, man.
So, all right.
And then I'll just I'll just pound it with them and then leave.
Okay, they just punch your hand and sit down and just sort of take a moment.
Yeah.
What just happened to me?
It's amazing how Armel has this ability to leave so many people just stunned.
Yeah, just like godly powerful individuals just have no fucking clue what to make of this.
I feel like when we fight the big bad,
I love it.
we just send Aramel to talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was throw them off their game.
There was a reason that when choosing your trial in the Hells, I decided to go with like weird mind flayer fucking mind torture things. So I was like, this is the only thing that will work here.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to get done during your break?
I guess I would then try and figure out about that island a little bit. Maybe just start asking random people on the street and see if they could like point me in the right direction.
So a few of them at the very least know what direction south is, and they do point that way.
Nice.
But you get the feeling that a lot of people who live here in Break don't get out much. You know, a lot of them are from either the surrounding farmlands or from the city itself. They mostly stay within the kingdom.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep that piece of paper like tucked somewhere like close so that I could just pull it out all the time and ask someone if they know where is this person.
Okay. Whenever you like show a picture of this, there's three reactions you get pretty quickly. One is from the little kids who are like, "Oh, I see that in storybooks sometimes," and will like start telling legends of sphinxes, these like knowledgeable, brilliant creatures of legend that are said to have been wiped off the planet during the are wiped away from the plane during the binding, and the and situations there within. You then get two different adult reactions. You get these things aren't real. What are you doing, you weird elf? And the other reaction of, please, for the love of God, don't bring that here. We've had too much trouble. I don't want it. Go away.
Go away. All right. Well, fine.
Okay.
I'll keep asking around. Wherever we go next, I'll ask around.
Great. Fantastic. Let's jump over to Trev.
Huh. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting one, potentially.
Okay.
I mean, I would imagine that Trev would probably walk into where Krem/Orias at this point, since that's probably the relevant part, is.
Mm-hmm.
Produce the Realm Breaker, lay it down on a table in front of them, and say, "What can you tell me about this?"
Malcor. I wish I could say old friend, but we both know that's a lie. Yes, I'm very familiar with this. What can I tell you? Well, would you like to know about the man, or would you like to know about the weapon?
Really, both. I think understanding the man may help.
Malcor, the embodiment of living flame, as he liked to call himself. Yes, MacLear is not the only one who called himself pompous. He was a devilish sort. Fickle in a different way from his brother. MacLear was much more willing to change on an instant, and kind of, but in both directions, raging one second and calm the next. Malcor had more of an up sort of disposition. Once he began to, much like the fire he was born out of, once he began to rage, it's hard to put him out, hard to stop, but beautiful in its own way. He loved life in a way that I could never disagree with. He always saw destruction in that way as a rebirth, less of a what once was could now be. That's why when we bound him to this, we chose such a powerful weapon. in such a powerful form. We knew the only way to put his own tendencies to forward was to present him in such a way of moving forward, of ending so other things could live. That's why she, your queen, took it up. Because that was her goal as well at one time. Build something new that was better than what was there before.
Better is a fun word that means a lot to a lot of different people. And better
yes,
for her is certainly not what I'm looking for.
Certainly not, and then we came to that disagreement. Don't worry. But yes, the weapon itself, it's steel, as you've probably imagined. But the core is not. The core is element that does not exist readily anymore. It's a compressed obsidian, or similar to obsidian at least. We call it coal. Besides that, it has similar properties and abilities to the being bound to it. It can slash apart dimensions and blend things together. It can open and close portals between this plane and the next. The reason being that you want something new, it tends to have to come from somewhere. And so the ability to go from new place to do something different was powerful. But it's, as you're probably well aware, brash, somewhat temperamental, and very, very, very easily spotted.
Well, that much is certain. What I'm looking to know here, and maybe you've given me this answer already, but I've been acting under the assumption that this is directly bound to / tied to her. But is that not the case? If this other being whose name I've already forgotten, I'm sorry.
Malcor.
Yes, if Malcor is within this weapon, first of all, that's going to be interesting someday, I'm certain. But second of all, does that mean that there are ways for me to use this to its fullest potential without immediately opening myself up to her influence? Because that's simply a risk that's not worth it.
I believe there may be. Have you ever heard the phrase weapon... Oh, what's the right phrase? This is Gary, not him. What's the right phrase? Crap. Attunement. But not attunement in the magical property way, attunement in the balance way, in the way that a person can become shaped by what they use. This weapon is tightly attuned to her and her methods and her kind of way of things. And so are you. But you are both tools with minds of your own. And while the influence is there, I don't believe being a tool, picking up another tool while tightly linked, is going to necessarily accelerate your problems.
That is encouraging. I suppose I have one other question on this matter, and this one you might not have an answer, but it would be I'd be interested to try. Would there be any means to or benefit to me interacting with Malcor directly, communing with him in some way, using this? I mean, this is an instrument that can cleave reality. Is there any way, do you think, that I could commune directly with him? Because perhaps if we were able to work together in concert a little better, then we could avoid her influence even better.
He kind of smiles and looks at you and says, there may be. I can't say I've tried, but you would not be the first to connect with the sentience of a soul bound to a weapon. I think you should give it a try.
I I would love to, and I appreciate all the information you've given me. I don't think I would even. Well, I wouldn't even know the possibility without the.
Of course. Keep yourself safe, Terathan.
Thank you. Same to you. This is going to be. We're in dangerous times,
Hmm.
and all the assistance you've given us so far is greatly appreciated. That's going to be a fun one.
Anything else you want to get done?
Not really. I mean, I'll probably make more potions if I can, just because
Yeah,
I
go
always
ahead.
do if I can find the place to do it.
Yeah. I mean, you got the Tony Hawk and you have Size House. You have.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how many reagents and stuff I've got. Like, you know how.
You have access
how
to
they do it.
Jerselheim, so you have access to the heavy market.
But
You could probably find the material to mark off 15 gold. You could probably find the stuff to make what you need to make.
all right, cool. We'll figure out what that is later. That's what I'm going to spend my time doing.
Yeah, sounds good. Fader, Marlowin, or Nyx, who would like to go next?
I mean, I don't have anything specific for Nick.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Do you want to help? Do you want to help me? I could use some help.
Help with what?
I have all of these really bad effects on me, and I need to get rid of them. Like, I don't know how to dispel magic is a thing that I want to get rid of.
That's not Nyx's forte.
No, I know. You were just like, I got nothing to do. I was like,
I mean, hey, I can be more.
so my first thought was to just in general go and speak with Orias. Orias, is that right?
Orias, yes.
Sorry, we've had mix up.
Battle Heart. Oh, I'd forgotten.
Stop it.
Anyway, sorry. Moving on.
And kind of just, Trev and I high five on the way in and out.
Yeah.
And I guess it's gonna be the question I always give, which is like, tell me about Mac. You seem to be somebody who's old enough to know like all of this information. You seem to be, other than like of living things and not automatons maybe or whatever, you seem to be somebody that would know the most out of everyone in this universe. That may be true, that may not be true, but
I'm up there.
well, that instills me with confidence then.
So you would like to know about McLear?
Yeah, like I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry already, but I kind of just don't really know how I fit in with all of this. I mean, I kind of have a gist, but it's not really enough for me to have any feeling of meaning. Like I don't quite understand it, and honestly, it's becoming a bit of a problem for me.
Okay. To start, it might be easy to start with an overview of the binding. Brief.
Also, sorry for laying this all on you.
No, it's. Trust me, I understand.
I pressed to digitate one of those chase lounges
and then fall through it because it's not real. And then sit in a chair.
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of smiles, looks at you, and goes, I don't believe this is going to be the difficult part of this conversation. But to start, the binding was a ritual that the four of us discovered how to do because it was the same thing that was used to lock the Great Doom behind the Divine Gate.
Okay.
We learned how to do it as mortals. Long story. And apologies. As much as I do trust you and your group and your intentions, I will not share that information.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, I gotta ask,
We chose to lock the 4 elemental chaoses and bind them away because we needed order. We needed to understand the natural order of things. And by having the true personification of terror walking through our world was not great.
No.
So we did what we had to do. Have I come to regret it? Bits and pieces, but not the point. Malachor and Isis, we were able to block away almost completely into their respective vessels. Aeon, hard to know. They haven't made their sentient presence known, but they have shown themselves in a variety of different ways. And then there's MacLear, or at least as you all refer to him, MacLear. Back in those times, he was just Mana. His vessel and his soul we were able to bind away, but his sentience and his power was less so. There's a reason he's the only one that people can report seeing walking or see appearing like a odd specter, because his mind is still out there with some fragment of himself still there as well. The vastness of his power mostly locked away, but it's hard, Marleman. It's hard.
Strong-willed individual, from what I get.
Hard to lock away the sea. But we tried. We did what we could. We ended up where we are now.
Sure.
So what is he? He could be many things, but the easiest answer I have to say is that he is the will of water. He is all of the peace and all of the rage that comes along with it. He is all of the rain that brings new flowers and all of the waves that sink ships.
A tempest of sorts.
He is the tempest. He is the maelstrom. He is chaos incarnate, at least one of them. But overall, he is a good man. Or he was. Now, hard to know. There's a reason you find most of his touched out there. He saw something in the mortal races that even his siblings never did. He took special care with you all. He enjoyed...
Can I pause you there for 1 sec?
Of course.
You make it seem as if there's many.
Well, there are the 4. Well, there were the 4.
Touched?
Oh, the touched. Yes, there were, or there have been.
Like, are we talking like hundreds, thousands? Like
at a time.
Wow.
You've seen a vision, I believe you mentioned, of the War of the Binding itself. Those against us were the touched themselves, the children of the chaoses, the ones who rose up to try and protect the natural chaos of the world. There was once enough to raise an army and almost win. But now there are less, dramatically less. I would say there are probably perhaps 6 total.
Okay.
You're a special boy, Marleman.
Don't ever say that. First off, this is a professional relationship, although I do appreciate you. I kid. And then I give him like finger guns, like, ha ha ha, we're cool.
He sort of nods.
He does not return your finger guns.
He does not. He does
not return your finger guns. He doesn't know what that means, but
no, it's okay.
He doesn't know what a gun is.
I don't need him to. He understands me more than I understand me, so he gets where I'm coming from, I bet.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel much better about myself, honestly.
I'm
sure this is something I should talk with my therapist about if I had a therapist in this D&D world, but it instantly makes me feel as if those that are touched are like pawns in a way. Like,
we used to call them...
They're purely soldiers in that war. I can't imagine myself being special. I'm just a leftover.
We used to call them the Doomed, Marleman, because...
And it fucking makes sense. Like
we saw it very similarly. Though, how could you, as a mortal, wield the powers of chaos?
That's not quite how I'm seeing it, but
that was the
that's
promise.
Definitely a way that you could perceive that as a
in a world of
it
chaos.
Is something I struggle with. Sure.
In a world of chaos, what better way to survive your own chaos than by having everything? Be it in a world of order, you are the chaos.
This is a much bigger philosophical conversation.
Aye.
And I don't know the answers. I'm not claiming to know the answers. I don't know what the answers are. I'm just kind of floating along. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting then. Do you have this is probably a loaded question for you, but do you have any advice for me on this situation? Like,
You aren't who you were made to be, Marleman. You are who you want to be. This doesn't define who you are. It's just a factor.
I appreciate that.
Now for the thing that I can see is eating away at you. I know who she is.
Yeah.
I know what she is.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard, Marleman, of the lost? The souls that don't make it in between the Hells and the Elysium Fields?
Yes.
She is one of those bound souls. She is a mod soul. She was given a body to try and be a vessel for the Raven Queen.
Okay. How long has that happened? When did that happen?
There's a cult. They don't operate here. I have spent most of the past 200 years or so driving them out of this continent. There's a cult. They call themselves the Resurrectionists. Their whole goal is to make the mortal goddess mortal once more. Why, I don't know. I'll never understand the reasoning. Jealousy, perhaps, want to have control and dominion over death itself. You know how we mortals operate. Sometimes you get an idea in your head and you just keep going. But it's... Once one mortal has something that the rest can't have, dominion over death, others will want it. She is one of those failures.
Huh.
It's probably, if I had to guess.
Failures in what respect? I'm sorry.
It didn't work, Marleman. She is not the Raven Queen. She is not.
Well, that's good.
Yes, the ritual itself did not take. The wrong soul was bound, so to speak.
Okay.
But
Yep. Please continue.
that doesn't mean she's any less of who you know her to be. She's a normal
Oh,
person.
I gather that much. It's
just
just a question of what.
Did Nyx come in for this part? I know.
You can be. You're fucking rogue. No one could. No one could see you if you don't want to.
For the record, I invited you in to hang because you were like, I got nothing to do.
Like I might be because Marleman kind of invited me, but
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I think.
Yeah.
If you want to be here, please. Yeah.
Okay. I had a question.
Certainly.
None of this stuff is personal anymore. It's personal to the group, but that's about it.
Yeah. So if it's not the soul that they intended, do they know what? Soul
what soul is this? Who is it just it's that person, but it's also Petunia? Is the body Petunia? Is the soul someone else? What are we talking here?
I think the better answer is that the soul.
Not that matters, but I just I want to
someone.
define this in some reason. I don't know why.
The soul was someone else,
Mhm.
and now the soul is Petunia.
Almost like someone's soul got reincarnated into this body.
Sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
The body wasn't.
Yeah, where did the body come
I'm
from?
trying to remember if Petunia
Is this somebody who was on the planet prior, or
You probably don't want to know that part.
Petunia's the zombie?
She's a zombie, isn't she?
She's not a zombie. They can't use corpses. That would be wild.
That
She
was
is
crazy. That's what
she's
Yeah,
what's
that's where the
called-
line is drawn.
She's what's called
a pod person.
She's what's called a simulacrum.
Okay.
That's not what he likes to hear.
Explain that to the people who don't know what that is.
So simulacrum is a 9th level spell that allows you to make a copy of something or someone. The body is a copy of another person.
So she's a fantasy clone?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, but she's cloned off a real person.
So there's somebody else.
They clone
Who looks
the
like
long
Petunia?
story short, from what is assumed by Orias, at least, as someone who's been hunting down this cult for a very long time, is that they clone babies and then shove souls and other souls into the body. Because to go back into the Orias voice, because this is actually something he would explain to you all. Their idea is that if you reach deep enough, you'll find the soul at the base of all of this, the largest of them. And if you take a soul that's not supposed to be there and shove it into a body that's not supposed to be there, eventually you'll get what you're looking for.
They're brute forcing their way to that pathway.
Yes, they are.
This is the.
These
I
are
have to say my
bad.
words.
These are bad people.
This isn't a cult.
Where are
that-
your leads on this? Because
Yeah.
this has become not
We
a
should ask
priority for me,
Encyclopedia
but
Bot.
or not a priority for the group, but now the priority for Marleman, which is
It kind of is if the intention is to
bring back
face.
the like that's kind of not a good thing.
No, like
and-
that's the thing that we don't want to let happen.
They
People that we've encountered, right? Like we haven't.
no, you've never encountered these folks.
No.
Your first interactions with them in any way was that Hamish.
Because I remember the name,
Yeah.
the Resurrectionist.
He didn't want to
Yeah.
talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
So
had
Hamish-
some idea of it, though, right?
Yeah, Hamish
He's
had some
familiar.
idea of where
Okay.
Petunia came from. Okay.
Okay.
Do you say you drove them out of the continent?
Yes, they do not exist here anymore. To
How
to
do
the
you,
best
one,
of my
how
under-
did you do that? And two, how do you know this?
Well, I've spent a lot of time here, and any time I even hear a whisper of the lead, I try and chase it down and remove,
Obliterate?
obliterate.
Well, then how do you explain Petunia unless it was a recent affair?
The children, they're victims in this as much as anyone else.
I was going
They-
to say you probably wouldn't go for them, would you?
They may not be naturally born, but they are people. They will live lives, they'll grow old, they'll have families, and they'll pass on. But they don't deserve to be eradicated due to the mistakes of other people.
Yeah. I'm not going to be put into the difficult position of thanking you for that, but you have no leads.
Not here, not anymore. Any leads I've had, I've either gone cold or been made cold.
So I mean,
That might be one of the fucking rawest things that has ever come out of my mouth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now do me a favor, do it again, but in John St. John voice.
Neon Sayon voice.
Yes, the Yon St. Yon voice, thank you. Every lead I've had has either gone cold or I've made cold. Nailed it.
I mean,
Cool.
but theoretically, this cult might not be operating anymore.
They could be gone.
Like it could be that in you doing what you did, that stopped what their work, but we just don't know for sure. Okay.
No. It's almost as if this is a teaser for things I have planned for a different campaign.
Look at you. Look at this guy over here.
Look at this guy. Look at him.
Set up narrative threads.
Look
for
at this
the
guy.
future.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
All right.
Okay.
So that's information.
That's a lot of information, and thank you for that.
She's still a person.
Oh,
No
no, that's not quite what I'm ruminating on. It's more just the fact that all of it is a thing.
Yes, it is.
And then, like, you know what? You've been around for a long time. You probably know how to answer this problem. I got all these bad things because of this chaos.
Yes, I'm very familiar.
Yeah. How do I want to cast Dispel Magic again.
I was gonna offer to assist with whatever.
We tried that.
Yeah, the Dispel didn't work, Remove Curse didn't work.
Greater
we tried
Restoration
everything.
didn't work?
Nope.
No, we have tried everything.
That's one of the ones that just sort of sticks.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. If I fall like 20 feet, I'm gonna die.
Oh, that one you can remove curse. That one here, he lays a hand on you, looks around really quick, and
we'll get back. We'll do that in the post script of this.
He actually does it for you.
Oh my god! Oh,
what
my
a
god!
homie.
What a nice guy. All right, now I get to cross this.
Very briefly though, when he lays a hand on your chest to cast the spell, very very briefly the glamour fades, and on the hand at least, and it is a weird feeling to be looking at a hand and then be looking at a singular line in a palm. And even then, just a little bit of a line in a palm of a scaly hand. But it's very quickly put back on. And
interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. That's fun.
It's more of like I'm dwarfed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We fixed my invisibility. Sorry, I have a list of things that I have to cross off. Yes. Wait, did we fix that problem?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously we did, because
this entire time the dragon is like talking to no one.
Yeah.
The dragon knows.
We claimed
they have true sight. I forgot.
So like I can't. Yeah, so like the only thing that's really left right now is that I can't cast Dispel Magic, and that's a weird thing.
Yes,
but what more of my question is like, there's got to be some like a one cure for this, right? Like, not necessarily to stop it all from happening, but just in case another thing happens, I would like to know what the quickest solution would be. And it's probably a situational thing.
I'm very sorry to tell you, Marleman, but it is the most situational
I'm a broken
thing.
human. I get it.
You are not broken. There is nothing. There is nothing broken that can't.
Sarcastically walking around the room. I'm broken. It's all me.
You're all basically the same.
I think at this moment, Marleman definitely takes like a moment to still himself, look back, and kind of convey like thanks, and kind of just say like, thank you. This has been very, very helpful, and it doesn't seem like it now, but there's a level of confidence that I have now that I did not before, because I know what it is, right? Like I know what's going on. Knowing is half the battle, right? Like, so
I'm more than happy to assist where I can. Please don't do anything stupid.
You don't know me that well, then. No promises.
I will be traveling.
I'll do my best
for a while. Please don't do anything stupid.
No,
you gotta get used to that.
Listen, I'm gonna do something stupid, but it's probably not gonna be anything that's gonna endanger all of that.
Okay.
That's a fair compromise.
Not yet.
Okay.
And then it's like, all right, bye, and then I'm leaving. Like, I'm leaving. That's it.
All right.
That's it. That's what I got.
Gone.
Yup. Where's the closest bar?
There are many of them. All right.
I am gonna be going from bar to bar today.
Okay.
Oh, I would definitely be there too.
Okay.
For the drinking, at least.
You're like Sphinx.
I imagine I would be
Sphinx.
asking people in bars what the Sphinx is, and then like buying drinks for Marleman and getting drunk.
Oh my god, my chaperone.
Sphinx, booze.
And every bar, I'm more aggressive about if they know what the Sphinx is or not.
One after another. No, it's a cat that knows lots of things, but it's a guy. It's a
Tell me about the Sphinx.
I want to meet it. Okay. So that all happens. Phaedra, you are the last of.
Aramil is angrily kicking down bar stools.
Okay. I've been seeing this for a while. I want to get armor that doesn't make me have disadvantage on stealth checks.
All right.
Because even normally I'm bad at them, so I want to have a fighting chance.
Okay, so
I probably was going to go to Jerselheim.
Okay, so you head to Jerselheim. There's a pretty easy connection to use at this point to get back and forth. You ignore your artificer of a teammate.
I have another thing I'm doing. You are busy, and I'm just seeing if they have something quick because I don't want to take up too much time just to see if they have it already.
Yeah. You head in, and you are able to find a set of breastplate armor. It is no longer heavy armor, so it does not have the disadvantage to it. It is now your armor class is now 14 plus your dex mod.
How much would the armor be?
400 gold pieces.
Oh, that's a lot.
Sai is over there like, you went to Walmart?
Is Haymitch and Petunia, are they like the only people who make like magic items and stuff in Jerselheim?
They're the magical artificers of the town.
Okay, I'm gonna stop by them first.
Okay.
And
You're able to
ask,
head by the rose.
Because I want this more than my armor. If
Petunia's
it's
kind
possible
of standing behind the counter cleaning something, looks at you walking in.
I forget what is it that Marleman has that communicates with Perrin? Is it a sending stone or is it
It is a stone of far speech.
a stone of far speech?
It is one that is attuned to the both of them specifically.
Okay, I'm gonna give a vague description of it to Petunia and ask if she can make another pair of that to then communicate with each other.
Yeah, I think I can make that work. It will probably have the same issues as the one they use because it's going to end up going back and forth between one person because the spell can only really listen back and forth between one person. And it won't really have the go-between option that you're talking about where it's like one person talking to another person's thing. Like that really won't happen. And there probably won't be a picture that pops up. You mentioned there was a picture that pops up. I don't think I can make that part happen, but I can probably do the messaging part.
I'm literally just trying to make it so that way you wouldn't have to cast like sending over and over and over again, you know?
Yeah, I could probably
even if it's just back and forth one message at a time.
Yeah, I could probably make that happen, yeah.
Okay. How much would that be? And how long would that
hang on 2 seconds. She darts into the back. Comes back like 2 minutes later with like 2 pieces of just like granite in each hand. She was like, okay, if I use this so I don't have to go out and resource, I already have this. And this is actually technically cast off. So it's technically not actually in the material cost. So it really wouldn't cost that much. And it would just be the cost of a champion. The cost of a champion would probably be 75 gold pieces. Nah, probably 100. 100 gold pieces. And if you want to get
character,
if you want it done,
fucking character so much, so fucking funny.
If you want it done fast, I'll probably need 110 because I'm going to need to go out and get a couple more materials done. But besides that, 110 gold pieces I can have for you by, let's say, tomorrow.
So 110 for the pair?
Yeah. Oh, it only works in the pair. I can't give you one and then have it be like, hi,
no, I
this
just
one
wanted
is
to
clarify.
Okay. Could you do two sets of
2 sets? Yeah, probably. I could make that work. Let's
and then
230. It's going to be a little bit of extra cost.
Okay.
Gotta source new granite.
Cool. I'm gonna do
All
that.
right.
Gotta get my granite guy down here.
Mark off 230 gold pieces.
All right, and then I will talk to Sai about commissioning that armor possibly, and asking him.
So Sai, you see Phaedra walking into your forge, looking somewhat sheepish.
I'm not.
She's wearing Wrangler jeans.
That was just Heather forgetting, honestly. That wasn't Phaedra forgetting.
That's actually so much worse.
Well, because I thought he focused on like weapons and like items. I didn't know if he did armor specifically.
He's a smithy.
Actually, like said,
So he's more
times
weapons and armor, less about things like communication stone.
I think I also was not sure if it was going to be metal or if it was going to be leather because of my limitations of trying to not make it be stealthy. So I think that was why in my head I had to go somewhere else, is because I was assuming he worked with like metal specifically.
Metals.
Just for context,
natural materials.
Just for context,
okay.
I have had metal armor forever and do not have disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, okay.
But yours is also enchanted.
Yeah.
You got fancy armor.
Also, what's the AC hit we're talking? Because I feel like that's a thing you didn't. That we like know what hers would be with it, but what is it now?
Yeah, what's your
Like
AC right
what
now?
what is the AC we're giving up for the stealth thing?
My armor class is 16.
And so, what would 14 plus Dex be?
Probably 15, maybe?
16.
That's what I was wondering. Is
Yeah.
that I think that you've got to figure that out a little bit more.
Yeah, it'd be basically a sideways move.
Yeah, but
Sideways
I do other stuff
plus
besides
stealth,
just
right?
hammering out a breastplate.
That's true.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Hi. Do you think you could help me make some armor that's not going to make me go clang, clang, clang in the darkness and give away our position a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
That keeps happening. And
So you
I'd
want
rather
something-
not do that.
Yeah, no, I get it. You want something
I'm willing to.
heavy-ish?
I'm willing to have it be, not as good AC to make me not loud, if that needs to happen.
I mean, I'm fairly sure I can get you to about what you got now.
Okay.
I could probably also think of a way to enchant it for something. I guess this would be a question for the DM. Would I have a way to enchant armor to be quiet, or would that be in the make and then?
So it would be. Hang on. So it's abjuration would be to do that, which was onyx, I believe.
I think I have some onyx left. I have all of that left.
Perfect. Yeah. It is onyx, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So yes, you 100% could give it a stealth bonus to it.
So I guess we got two options here. The first is I can probably just enchant your armor that you're wearing now.
Okay.
Or if you want, I can make you an entirely new suit that might be better and have the enchantment in it.
I am let's see, how much do I have? Let's see. Okay, so after the sending stones, where is that? Where's my gold? Trying to find it on D&D Beyond. Where's my fucking gold? Equipment? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, so 500 minus 230 is 270 is what I have on me currently.
Yep.
So if making a whole set of armor for 270 is not enough, perhaps just enchanting the current set of armor might be more efficient.
I mean,
I don't know how things are priced, so I have no idea.
So it's like real life. It's like going to a mechanic and saying, "Hey, put these parts in." It's just labor.
Okay.
I'm not charging you for labor. It's just
pay for your
whatever
time.
materials we have. We don't have. You'll just need to pick up.
Okay.
That said, I got a whole ton of shit.
Yeah,
it's just kind of
been
sitting
collecting
around that I just have. Like, I had enough steel to make 25 daggers, and that wasn't even like a 20th of what I had of the steel I had.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Just keeping it in the bag of holding. Just like
I have my own bag of holding that has all my shit, all my
just
smithing shit,
material.
just because it's so fucking heavy.
Right,
But
right.
I'm pretty sure I have like, I also have bone from dragon, and
You have a little
I've
bit of
been
silver
meaning-
leaf too.
I do have silver
And
leaf.
that blue gem we got from under the sea.
I got a ton of that. I'm still wary about using that. That stuff's a little volatile.
Love a good undersea blue gem.
Oh
though.
god,
Yeah.
I saw so much explosion in my future.
I forgot, what was that stuff?
It's
Fucking-
just like crystallized magic.
yeah,
Oh,
it's-
so was it like residual?
Stupid volatile.
I don't call it residuum, but yes. It's,
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is? Okay. I was thinking about making a shield that just laced all the way through it. And then after that minor explosion that you found me in one time, I thought against it. So,
anyway, let's.
I mean,
Sounds like coward shit.
I'll use that
Yeah.
at some point.
So, Phaedra, what do you want? Do you want new armor? Do you want your armor enchanted?
I'll get new armor if 270 is if that's comparable for getting the supplies and stuff. I just want to be able
I
to
mean-
He
afford
doesn't
it.
need any.
Well, I need to afford
Yeah.
the stuff for it, right?
He doesn't need
no,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
He already has
I have,
it.
I
Oh.
have so much shit.
Oh,
Like,
so
I
much
think-
shit.
Like probably
Oh,
the
okay.
only
Tell you what.
thing you're gonna need is a new bolt of leather, and even then, that's a gold.
I have the
oh, okay.
wyvern leather.
Oh, you can even
Sure.
make fucking dragon leather if you want to.
Sure.
Oh
want
shit!
dragon
You're
leather.
essentially you're gonna get some like Skyrim ass dragon armor.
All right.
Hell
So, real quick, what materials are you using, Jay? Just tell me. So steel?
It's gonna be steel. It's gonna
All right.
be
So 1 CP. I have to do some math real quick. So it's 1 CP.
Yeah. Wyvern leather, which I believe is 1 CP for all
No,
the
wyvern leather.
bindings, lacing.
Wyvern leather is 2 CP, my dude. It's
Oh,
not
it's two,
dragon
okay.
leather, but it is better than regular ass leather. That's
Okay.
for damn sure. That's
And
3 CP
then-
off the top.
I believe I have some so steel, wyvern leather, and was it dragon bones I had?
You do have dragon bone if you want to.
Yeah. So we'll
Put
use
dragon
that
bone at
as
2
well.
CP. All right. So it's 5 CP for material. Make
And
your
then-
smithing check.
Okay. Oh, that's what you can buy. You can buy me some more powdered gems. I'll need that.
I'll do that.
All right.
I've been missing some of that.
Do you want a full refill?
Yeah, I'll get the numbers later.
Yeah.
So just a smithing check. I got an 18, which should be +5 for the stuff, right?
It's another 2 CP. So that's 7 CP. Jesus Christ, this stuff is going to be good.
Yeah.
Full material use. Make your enchanting check.
Which is just an Arcana check.
Yep, just an arcana check.
That's a 17.
17, that's spell level 2. All right, so that's a 7 CP breastplate with 2 SL spell level. And what enchantment are you putting on it? Are you specifically putting the stealth enchantment on it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
stealth or muffle or whatever the equivalent is.
It's past without a trace.
Yeah, that works.
So that gives a +5. All right, that's spell level 2, so that's actually the full 10. So it gives a +10 to stealth.
Jesus.
That is better than Trev's shit.
So long as I don't
So-
Yeah,
roll
I mean,
a
I just have
1.
advantage.
She'll have
Yeah.
a disadvantage, but she'll get +10 to the roll.
Oh, okay.
That's correct. You still have
Cool.
disadvantage, but you have +10.
So as long as I don't
Will
roll
that stack
like a
with
1 or
actual
a
pass
2.
without trace?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Okay,
That's
okay.
All right, so I'll
So there you go. No change to your AC. It is basically the same armor.
Damn.
Okay, so
yeah.
for the sake of like D&D Beyond, should I just like leave it as is and then add it in the notes to add?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason that there's no extra bonus to your AC is because what would have been a bonus to AC went into making it stealthy.
Sure. That's fine. Okay, so the armor, it's +10, you said?
Oh, sorry. It does actually get a +1 boost to AC because it's in the stunning category. My bad. I forgot. This is what you get for using good materials.
Stunning.
So +1 to AC, and then plus
10 to stealth. Yes, for those of you playing at home, Jay and I have been working on arcane smithing rules for a long ass time now. There are 4 item levels. There's common, stunning, divine, and masterwork. Masterwork requires a lot of natural 20s, and then there's the enchanting stuff on top of that, which goes by spell level, which is a whole other problem.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice job, Sai.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So,
the last thing I wanted to do when I was picking up the stones from Petunia.
Mhm.
This is a weird question, but what are the stones like made of? Like the material of them?
the granite.
They're granite. So like, could I etch on them without destroying the magical enchantment?
You go to do. You go to do so.
If I need to paint on it, that's also.
You go to like look at it and like murmur under your breath. I wonder if I could etch in this. And you hear Petunia go, "Please don't."
Don't.
Right. Can I paint on it?
Yeah, go right ahead. You can paint on it as much as you want to. Just please don't like the moment. Like the sellback value automatically goes down the moment I hand it over to you. Once you drive it off the lot, it doesn't come back, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But if you even put like a dent on this motherfucker, that spell is going to run out the window like it didn't even exist. So please don't.
Okay. All right.
Like you now looking at it again, you can see.
You're gonna want to buy You're gonna want to buy the granite phone case. You're gonna want to buy this case.
Yeah, you can now see like a number of very small but very intricate runes carved into the granite, and you realize that if you had put another etch into it, it would have read that as another rune and probably just sent it out to...
Okay.
Who knows what that thing would have done at that point?
It's me, John St. John.
I want to paint something very specifically on it, and then I want to give one to Petunia.
Okay, what do you paint?
I will at some point in this process have asked her what her favorite color is.
I mean, I like blue.
Okay. I will paint like a light blue petunia flower, and then in the middle have where there would be the center of the flower. I want it to be like a shell, and I'm going to paint the same thing on the other one.
Aw.
And so I'm giving one to Petunia and one to Marleman.
Okay,
that's sweet.
She takes it from you and kind of smiles and nods at you.
Yay.
Yeah. And then the other one, the other pair, I'm going to paint 2 swords crossed, both of Trev's swords. His original sword and Nathan's sword.
Okay. You do
and then I'm going to give one to him, and then I'm going to hang on to and I'm going to tell him to give the other one to Nathan.
Do you want to roll that out? Do you want to role play that one out?
Oh, no! Because
this is going to require some work, folks.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes.
What do you...
You walk up with 2 Trev with this in your hand. What do you do?
Hey, I know we're probably going to be busy doing a lot of saving the world stuff, but I wanted to, after everything that happened with, traveling between all these different areas and Nathan being in trouble, I just wanted to, give you the option to be able to talk to him a little more, I'm just going to very awkwardly, give them to him and then kind of run away.
Skitter away, just like...
Phaedra's doing her best to try to be a better person, and is just like, I got you this, and I assume he'll know what they are, because he's seen the one that Marleman has.
They're really fun walkie-talkies.
And he'll get the picture, and then I'll just run away.
Okay.
Just very, very awkwardly.
Oh my god, the look you're giving.
But stealthily, I guess.
Yeah, I vanished into the night, and you were still surprised by my amazing
He's surprisingly
stealth.
quiet.
Should I make a stealth check?
Oh my god.
What?
No, you just run.
Okay.
Just Homer Simpson your way into the bushes.
I just run away.
I like the idea of you not even explaining either. Just being just like, I got
Maybe you could give them to someone.
You gave him rocks with painting on them.
He knows what they are. Like they look similar enough to the ones that.
Trev, I'm gonna need you to roll that though. No.
I'm
only kidding. Obviously. Yeah.
Hold on.
You did. I'm just having fun.
It's a 14.
Great.
Oh, you know what it is.
Yeah,
You know what it is.
It's been a while since we've had like a singular scene that I wish I could get painted. But the image of Trev standing in the middle of the road in break, a little bit of snow falling, staring at these two rocks that are now in his hand as Phaedra is sprinting away in the background.
Good.
It's fun because like it works on so many levels. Because like there's Trev thinking about like how would I even get this to him, while simultaneously I am thinking, where even is he right now? I forget. It's just like
you gave him a chore.
It's all just like coming together. It's like, wow, I don't know what to make of this.
I think in Phaedra's head, she was trying to give Trev something that he needs to do so he doesn't throw his life away.
Especially because
I think that's kind of in her head.
My favorite part of this, my singular favorite part of this, is that there's only one person in the party who actually knows where he is right now.
It's me.
And it's the person who handed over a chore and then ran away.
I mean, like, I can't.
Or where he was, I guess.
I was going to say that was a while ago.
That actually works that makes the reaction work even better if Trev does not know where he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, cool, that'd be sick. Alright.
I mean, maybe I should ask Marley, can you teleport an object through multiple planes?
I mean, I could throw it pretty far.
That's not, no.
No, but I'm sure we know somebody who could help us with this.
Okay.
All right. Also, Phaedra, did you ever complete the request that Nathan had of you? Did that ever happen? I can text it to you again if you...
I believe I did.
I think so.
Thought I did.
Might have been. I'll have to check because I didn't write it down. In which case,
Oh,
I had to bring him to the dentist on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Phaedra did not think this through, nor did Heather. I'm just like,
Good
oh yeah,
God.
I assume he's back. Like,
yeah,
I assume he's where
relentless
he should be.
nice things.
Should can I like send a message, be like, hey, where are you at right now? Like,
all right.
Oh my God.
because then maybe I can ask Aramel to do that for me.
Where you at? I want to come over.
The spell, it has a, when it's going through dimensions, it has a 1 in 20
I have to just
shot,
roll
correct?
a 20, and then if it's a 1, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so it does work.
Okay.
You could get a message back that's just,
New phone, who dis?
I don't know what it is.
New rock.
back. I'm back. Back in the Feywild.
Perfect. Stay there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and find Aramel. Be like, hey, could you take me to the Feywild and then back real quick? Also Trev. maybe
So-
wait. Hang on.
So you walk away.
Oh my
Hang on,
God.
no. You walk away. You leave Trev standing slack-jawed in the middle of the street. You realize what you did. You message Nathan. He tells you that he's in the Feywild. You go, shit, this was a better idea. You turn back around. You get Trev.
Yep.
You drag him to where.
Is this a
to the
Judd
bar.
Apatow movie?
You drag him to the bar where Armo and Marleman are like 8 beers deep. Just having a grand old
At
time.
least.
Nix, for whatever reason, is also there just watching.
Yeah, Nix, are you chilling with us? You hanging out with us still?
Yep.
And as
yeah.
Just wanted to do something nice.
And as you're explaining what you need to happen to a very inebriated Aramil, Sai comes walking in going, "Hey guys, I have your new armor, Phaedra."
Oh no.
Now we have brought the party back
the
together.
Ouroboros, yes, we yes, the snake, yes.
Oh no.
The snake has eaten its tail. Everybody is here. Aramil, are you casting transport?
Shut it down, everyone.
Wait, I was
Shut it
gonna say,
down.
like,
Phaedra
before I got
approaches
Trev, I'm going to warn Nathan that we're both coming, so he's not surprised.
Okay.
Before we go too far, one real quick question for you, Phaedra.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, when Phaedra comes in too, I'm gonna be screaming at her. Show me the Sphinx. Show me the Sphinx. I'm not going anywhere until I find it.
Hey, Phaedra, you good, dog? You good?
Oh my god.
Oh, God, this is more
I love you, bunch of morons, so much.
embarrassing.
I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Hang on. Hold on.
Do you want to go and sit backstage for a little bit?
Oh, God.
I'm just getting a tissue because I'm really not looking great. It's good.
So, you talk drunk Aramil off his Sphinx kick
Yep.
for just long enough for him to put his staff in the ground outside this tavern, and with a bunch of break people staring at you, you all walk through a tree.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely not drunk to do this. I can do this. Tree.
Because I can plane ship us back. So
Even better, actually. Marleman, you are around 8 beers deep. Make a con save for me. Armel,
Oh, no.
Yes.
con save
Here
for
we
me.
go. Here we go.
He spent the first 5 minutes trying to do it to a flagpole. Just
I'm
wasn't
so
working.
sorry. I just wanted to do
Woo!
a simple thing, and I
Guess
kinda
who's
forgot.
not going through the tree?
I forgot so many things. Forgot.
Guess who walks into the tree but does not
That
go
just makes it
anywhere?
better.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Armel?
I
Oh
rolled
no.
nat 20.
Hell
Nice,
yeah.
Bob.
Drunken master.
You're belligerent, but purely because you want to know what this Sphinx is. It's not that you're drunk. You just really want to know what this Sphinx is. Marleman, you are white girl wasted.
This all makes sense.
You
This
are
all makes
3
sense.
feet from the grave.
Do I have the
are-
rock? Do I have the rock to talk to Petunia yet? I don't think so, right? This is
You
the same
do
day.
actually. You
Oh, no,
probably
I
would
gave
have.
you
No,
yours
Are you trying to
first,
drunk
probably.
dial?
But I bring this up because I probably would have done all that stuff on day 1. Phaedra had to wait a day to get that,
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
so I definitely don't have it.
This is
but
this is day.
this is
2
night
of-
2 of the
yeah.
vendor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Okay. So
Alright,
yes, this is
Not
night
how
2
I
of the
planned my
vendor.
second day, but it is how I'm ending the second day. It seems.
Yep.
Time travel. Nah, we'll just say I did that shit on day 2.
Yeah. We'll
Day
yeah.
one,
Oh,
I
hi,
didn't do
guys.
shit.
My
D-
cats
day
are
one
so
was
concerned
was
they
Psy
came out from
was
their
Psy
nap.
time.
Sure.
Um,
Yep. Agreed. For
so-
me, that's how it's gonna go.
Yep. Okay. So, Marleman, you are me after about 8 White Claws sitting in the sun, drunk. You are
Or me after 6 White Claws drunk under the sun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's just you're feeling great. Armel, you set the tree up. The tree like pops out of the staff, and Marleman, you're
No,
immediately like,
it's
yeah, let's do
it's
it.
okay.
You just walk forward
I got-
into the side of the tree.
I got this. No, I think you've got a different one. I think it's okay. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna watch the tree. I'm gonna make sure she doesn't go anywhere.
Good
I'm gonna
idea.
stay here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
right.
Alright,
This
you're in.
tree is-
Yep.
You sink
Ain't
down into the
nobody
snow.
gonna be stealing this tree. It's my tree. We're hanging out with the tree.
You sink
And
down.
I
into
straight
the
up,
snow
I think
a
I
little
just
bit.
like put my back up against it, and you guys have all done this at one point in your lives, where you put your back up against the thing and you just slump down and you
Yeah.
fall flat on your ass, and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
that
sure.
that is happening.
Sure.
I have the rock, but I'm smart enough to
Uh,
know never to use that under the
Would I have
influence.
enough time to just grab him and drag him through?
Yes, you do.
Oh, damn
Let's
it!
go, buddy.
You really want to take me through this? Okay.
Oh
Bodily
boy.
hurl you
Uh,
through. Just-
You all come out of the great tree in the center of the Sealy court.
Die! Somebody's gonna steal our tree.
Oh boy.
You all pop out. The tree pops out of the portal after you, back in staff form. And you all like have a moment of like, you were in cold break, you know, it doesn't get above like maybe 30 degrees in the winter there, and you're now in hot, humid, tropical fucking wonderland. Marleman, the temperature transition, the transition of everything.
Why would
you
do this to
are
me?
behind Titania's throne, hurling on the ground.
Oh boy.
Retcon, I took my mittens off before I got in there.
Okay. You don't have no soggy mittens.
I don't have soggy, nasty mittens.
I like also that Aramil is just drunk enough to shout, "Show me the Sphinx!" And like,
I imagine you just walk into every room and go, Sphinx, Sphinx, Sphinx.
I like how Aramil has the benefit of alcohol. I'm just an idiot.
Yeah. One of the Tentars is standing guard at the tree, does turn with bow drawn, sees who it is, then sniffs the air lightly and goes, "I'm going to tell someone that you're here," and prances away.
Thank you. I'm gonna go find Nathan.
All right.
That was good.
Lordy.
You all leave Marleman where he is.
I can
assume-
handle.
I was gonna-
I'm okay. I'm all right. It's okay. I don't need your help. I don't need anyone's help. Okay.
And head into the village proper. The rebuild is just about complete. Some of the homes still have a little bit of patching to do. You see Tenny, the fawn, kind of standing outside one of the buildings, just sort of like prancing a little bit side to side. She kind of turns around and sees you all coming and like, "Oh, hey guys, nice to see you." And then like kind of goes about their business. Like it's a peaceful time here in the Feywild right now.
Peel off, head to my house to see Bonnie and Tiandra.
Okay.
Don't go to the throne. Don't.
You
go
head
to the
that
throne.
way. We'll pick up with that.
Oh, I'm
in a
going to
second.
ask Nyx if she wants to come too.
You're going to see Teandra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Also,
You
I
all-
just don't want to be around what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, same.
The rest of you.
Just to give you guys
For the record, Marleman didn't want to go on this adventure.
No, I mean, Marleman, you're not on this adventure anymore. You are
I know.
a couple hundred yards back,
just
laying in the grass.
Just to give you a heads up, my cats were in the other room, intently sleeping, and then they heard me gagging and crying, and they came out concerned. They're like, "You all right?" Okay, you're fine. You're fine.
You are alerted by some townsfolk as you're going that Titania is not here right now.
Okay.
Apparently, her and Oberon
Good.
are off on a recovery period outside of this court.
Oh, okay.
Parliament can go there, wherever they are.
No.
I'm gonna say for the sake of this that Marleman, you are passed out in the grass back by the tree. Aramil, you're staying with Marleman to make sure he's okay, while also desperately trying to find out anybody who may have seen a Sphinx. Like
Maybe after
every
the
passing
dream.
fairy, every passing nymph, you're
Hey,
just like,
Sphinx? You got Sphinx?
Sphinx?
You?
Sphinx?
Like, hang on. So part of me thinks that would be what Aramil was doing, but then when all our friends left, I probably would just wander off to go meet the guard.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're gonna
Okay.
wander through the woods drunk to a place you've only been to stoned. This is gonna go great.
So that means he'll find it perfectly.
Actually, yes.
The only advice Marleman gives is you need to crossfade. Crossfade. Remember where you were.
Ouch. And as you're passing out in like this nice soft grass, Marleman,
Oh.
you
Yep.
hear a voice next to your ear that just says, "Yo, dog, get off my leaves."
Oh no.
As there's a daffodil with a face staring at you.
Stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Go to sleep, blue boy. Go to sleep.
Blue boy.
Oh god.
Can I at least attempt to? I've gone through quite a bit. I've evacuated my system. Can I like roll to see if I can at least stand up and get out of here?
Roll another con save.
All right, good. I don't want to be a burden here. That's actually a 20. Okay. I feel
you
good
are-
about these.
You are able to stumble to your feet and go, "Oh God, the plants hate me," and start stumbling your way towards, let's say, Sai's house, where you know there is a couch and a bed.
Sure, sounds good.
So in that case, Phaedra, Trev, and Nyx, you guys are heading for the tap.
No, I
No,
went.
Nyx.
Oh,
Nyx
right,
went
sorry.
with
So-
Sai.
oh, it's just Phaedra and Trev.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep. This isn't it, Pedro. This is just me.
No.
Yep. What's up?
Go ahead and try.
Try what? Oh no. What's going on?
Type it out to me.
I will.
Phaedra, roll a perception check for me.
Oh boy. I'm sure this will go well. Okay, yeah. Modified 20.
Okay. You guys make your way for the tap. And you know where it is. Like, you've been to the fight pits before. You kind of know the area. And Phaedra, as you kind of walk up to the door, you go to raise a hand to knock on the door, and you look over at Trev, and he is just not there.
Okay. Can I activate your sight to see? Wait, I forget. Can Trev turn invisible?
Make a knowledge check.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
If you're gonna try and do that, Trev, you also need to make a sleight of hand.
Oh no. it's only a
All
10.
right, that makes more sense.
It's only a
10 on the knowledge. Man,
Yeah.
he's been getting new powers left and right, and you really can't remember if he's shown off invisibility yet. You know,
That's good.
one of the warlocks turned invisible sometime recently, but you genuinely, due to everything that has just happened, can't remember which.
Okay. Fuck. Well, alright. I guess I'll cast True Sight to see if he's invisible.
All right, you cast True Sight, you look around, you
In the
don't see
Feywild.
any, like, you see a lot of invisible things because there's just, like, a lot of invisible
Yeah,
things
fair,
in the Feywild. So,
fair.
like, your brain just becomes, like, a cacophony of, like, weird floating orbs and, like,
Sure.
auras around things. Like, it's kind of, like, this must be what Dreamweed is like. You do see on the ground a very nice granite stone with two swords crossed over it, just sort of sitting about 500 feet back.
Wait, both of them?
No, just the one you or yes. Yeah. Hang on, I'm finding out. Hold, please. No, just one of them.
Okay, I will pick it up.
All right. You pick it up, you look around. You see, make another perception check and
Sure.
make a stealth check there, Trev.
Do I get Do I get anything better with my perception because of True Sight or anything?
No, you would. Hell, in the Feywild, you should get disadvantage. Be nice that
Fair
I'm
enough.
not doing that.
Fair enough. 14.
Type it out there, Trev. Yeah, you don't see shit.
Great. Awesome.
What are you doing?
Okay. I guess I'll send a message to Trev.
Okay.
Like, where'd you go?
This is a fucking tragedy.
This is like college. Where'd you go?
Can I? Is there a role to send something to voicemail?
You can just not respond.
Green for sending?
Left on red. Like,
Yeah, you just hit that red button. Yeah.
I have had to roll more times to ghost my friend than I have had to in like most combat situations.
Okay.
You know that the message was sent and that it was received. You just get no response.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What are you gonna do?
I'll send another message. I'm sorry. Did I overstep? I was just trying to do something nice. It's gonna sound like a drunk text, like a drunk voicemail the whole time. It's just her being like, "I'm really sorry. I'm so just gonna cut off somewhere."
Oh my god.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was, I'm sorry, did I overstep? I just wanted to do something nice and I really cuts off.
Yeah.
Limit cut.
Oh my god.
Did I overstep? I was
I'm fucking passed out.
Based on you disappearing, though, I thought.
You do, Vader, as you send the second message and you don't get a response, you do see the drunk shambling corpse of Marleman making his way towards Sai's house, but you don't see a Trev. You just have a rock. The tap is behind you. What are you gonna do?
To the rock.
Oh,
Trev
no.
has the other one. Talk to the rock.
Marleman sees Phaedra. Hi, Phaedra.
Can I do? There's something to get rid of drunk.
Yeah, fucking greater
Time.
restoration.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration.
Holy
Marleman,
shit.
I'm going
I
through
think
all
lesser
my
restoration
spells.
works.
Or
Yes,
lesser.
lesser
Sorry,
does
sorry.
work.
Don't waste the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
lesser.
shit.
Yeah, I still got a few spells left. All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Shaking off a headache.
Yeah.
So what you been up to?
I'll explain everything.
You go from drunk to totally fine, and honestly, it doesn't feel great.
No,
I'll explain the situation.
You just gave me, even though you healed me, I have instant hangover.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
But she'll very briefly explain what happened.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
You've been brought up to speed.
Yep.
Did I do bad?
I'm
You
the
can say if I
wrong
did.
person to ask. Maybe not the right way to do it.
No, probably
Maybe not surprise. But
No.
when you surprised me with it, I was happy. Seems like
Yeah.
you made after you told me this story,
Yeah.
because that's what we're doing now. You even gave it to her. She didn't know. She made it. It was a surprise. Worked out for us. Trev doesn't like surprises.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk to Trev?
Yeah.
You hand him the rock.
Just tell him I'm sorry.
That's the rock.
I don't know if he's getting my messages.
You absolutely know he is.
I know.
Yeah. Yep.
I think she's just trying to convince herself they're not.
You have receipts on.
You hand over the rock, Marleman. You now have the forest speech.
Oh God. Hey, bud. You there?
I think Phaedra's
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna walk some like 10 feet away.
Okay.
So that way
You good, dog? You good?
So she's not overhearing.
You're keeping
Am I
it
going through a
together
tunnel?
really well. You're keeping it together real well for somebody who's hella drunk.
Oh, listen. I have a wicked headache. In fact, I could use another drink. She's just trying to be nice.
Oh, I know. I'm sure.
You want to talk about it?
Not really.
I know, but you know we can always talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Trev,
you.
you're my best friend, Trev.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I love you
I-
so much.
I
No,
just
seriously. He and I are not like the same in the same place that you and her
Yeah.
are. Like, so I'm
No,
not
I get it.
comfortable with that stuff.
No, I mean, do you think he would be at least being able to talk?
I don't know, and I'm a little bit too scared to find out if I'm being honest.
Oh, we gotta, dude. You take so many leaps of faith every day. Why not?
Well, maybe sometime, not right now.
Okay, another time. Maybe you should become uninvisible.
Oh, I'm
And-
not. I'm not invisible. I just walked away.
You look. You look like it's sideways, and you literally just see.
Do I just see him behind a bush?
No, just
Like-
crouched in a bush with the forest knight sewn next to his head.
Oh, right here.
This is my favorite. My favorite detail about this whole thing is yes, I know invisibility. No, I didn't use
No,
it.
I am not invisible. Yeah.
I just walked away.
Fuck, dude, you're. I think I like lock eyes with him behind the wherever he is, and I just go.
It's just
You really are my best friend.
we all- This is the best.
with which I hand the rock back to Phaedra, and I go. He's working through some things, just not now.
Okay.
He's still invisible.
At
And I
this
look,
moment,
I look over at the rock and I
Okay.
wink, and then I look back. He's still invisible, but he's not upset by you.
at this moment,
Oh no.
At least at least I don't want to put words in his mouth. I don't think
Oh,
that
no.
he was.
at
Oh,
this
no.
moment,
Yep.
about 200 feet away from you guys, you see the door of the tap open. Nathan like lean out, look around,
Oh no.
see you guys, and go.
Hey, bud. Hey.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to just kind of walk over to him.
I put my hand on Phaedra's
very-
shoulder and stop her from saying anything at all right now, and I say, "Drunken escapades."
Am I right?
Am I right?
You know.
No, everyone else in that, no one.
Oh.
There's only 2 people in this party that could get away with saying that phrase to somebody and having it be acceptable, and one of them is me. Okay. I just
okay.
don't-
Phaedra might as well be drunk at this point. Yeah.
Is Trev with you guys? Which was even funnier for you, Trev, hiding in a bush, who is actually closer to Nathan right now than they
Yep.
are.
Do you want it? Do you want it? I think before I give Heather back that or Phaedra back that rock, I like. You want to say hi?
I mean, not right now. Look
Okay.
at. Think about how that would look.
No. Phaedra just followed me and Aramil through a tree portal because I was drunk and
All right.
she made me lesser. I'm sorry.
Well, Phaedra, that thing that I was telling you about, I got it, and I need to give it to him. So when you see him, please tell him to come talk to me.
Okay.
All right, bye, guys.
But only when
He,
she
like,
sees him, right?
He closes the door of the tap. Goes back inside.
I did my best to try and cover here. I did my best.
Point that Phaedra realizes she may have anxiety now. Whether or not she had it before, we'll see. Definitely now.
I like one hand on Phaedra's shoulder and I lean in and I kind of like whisper in her ear, "Don't worry, everybody forgets the first time we screw up."
And you guys walk away.
Don't worry, everybody will forget this. Is really the bottom line I'm trying to convey.
Trev,
People will
how
forget this.
long do you hide in that bush?
I was just gonna. I
I don't know,
here's
3-4 days.
Here's the thing. I like.
How many rations does he have right now?
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I want to let them get away, and at this point, now that he like, because if Trev was closer to Nathan than even they were, he would have heard all of that.
Oh, all of that.
Oh,
So
you
he
heard
would
all
know
of
there
this,
is.
yeah.
He would know there is something to like. There is a reason to go talk to him, but like, so he wants to go do that. My problem, like as a player right now, is that I don't know if I
You
want to
can-
have that conversation right now.
Okay. We can stop here and we can pick up
We can
next
stop
time.
here.
with-
It is 2
with-
in.
Yeah,
We are 2 in.
it is 3:30. We can stop here. We can pick up with the nice tea time that is happening between like
I was literally
that
gonna
all
say,
of this fucking
just
nonsense
cut
is
to
happening.
All of them just quietly sipping tea.
Mhm.
Not talking.
But yeah, his
Next
move
time
would basically be sending a quick thing. Wait, does Marleman still have the rock?
Yes.
Yes.
would just
I think
say,
I have
"Okay."
taken control of the rock
Yeah,
now,
Yeah.
but I will forever.
I think Phaedra is letting Marleman now be in charge of this nonsense.
Yeah, he'll
And
just
I
say
think
like,
the only reason for that is because I just don't want I don't want Phaedra to feel anxiety anymore.
yeah,
Too late.
Trev would just say through that, hold on to that one for a bit. I'll catch up.
But that
Okay.
gift, yeah. But that gift is going to definitely be under Phaedra's name. I'm just going to be the guy that's passing it off.
Right.
I'm not going to claim any of this credit. I don't want any of this credit.
But yes, I also love the idea that there is just like some
It's going to be
nice tea
credit
being
soon,
sipped.
Phaedra. It's not
With,
going to
like-
be a burden soon. It's going to be credit very soon.
Like the fawn somehow is like playing the harp with her nose. Like you guys are just having like a nice little sit down, and then there's just madness about like a football field away.
There's like
Outside
one
the
thing
window,
that I've
there's
learned.
a drunk Aramil yelling about sphinxes.
No,
passing by.
that drunk Armil is shouting at fairies in the woods about sphinxes right now as he makes his way to go talk to a minotaur.
Nonetheless,
sad thing is
we can
that,
still hear him. Yeah.
That thing
Yeah.
We
is,
can still
like,
hear.
under the right circumstances, that would just be Aramil, regardless of alcohol consumption.
Yeah. All right, guys. That I had.
What an episode, everyone.
I'm gonna end broadcast. Thanks everybody for coming through.